It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the veteran Zach Ertz. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Commanders and the Saints. And it's
the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season.
What's the loss? Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Carr now to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now Carr. Caught. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Carr. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. To throw is Carr. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way. To throw is Daniels.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for
touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now Carr. Wilson snags it left side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's good.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. If they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Brought down by Willie Gay. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They go play action. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now they nearly time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 more there and another first down. Dotson in motion right. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Now he's able to break to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Kamara up the middle. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jerome Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's caught left side by Simmons. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Daniels looking to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing now is Daniels. Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Daniels sliding out of the pocket. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Carr now to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Daniels. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Open man down the field. It's a tight end center. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. To the air goes Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Ball at a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Daniels being chased out left. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead now 11, 24-13. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, well, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Carr. Out to the right here to Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw, it's Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Dotson in motion right. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Play action, now it's Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And oh, no, it's incomplete. That's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Carr to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. Now Carr. And that one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Carr, got to have this one. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Demario Davis there on the stop.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. Now Carr. Catch made right side by Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw his Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw. Back to Kamara. Another catch. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Olave motioning to the left. Throwing now is Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they work this out past the 25.
Complete to number 17, Terry McLaurin. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
They go play action. Daniels. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Carr to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now Carr. Connecting with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Carr. It's complete. Kamara. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. His throw incomplete. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing his Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he's got it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Daniel's going to try to sneak, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the others. Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr. Oh, the Commandos are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 23-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch.